Hi, Collective. Welcome back to the Divine Goddess Connection. It is your Divine Goddess, DEVI. Welcome back to the DGC. I hope everybody is doing well. Welcome back to all of our returning subscribers and to our new subscribers. What's going on? I hope y'all doing good. So, Collective, before we, you know how we do, hop right into the reading, I just wanted to give a PSA. I do read all of my comments and I love the comments. Thank you so much to everyone who has been supporting the channel. I love all the energy, I love the affirmations and people making, final decisions and coming to conclusions about things. That is what I want. That is what is supposed to be going on. Okay, so the message. I had somebody say, why am I calling people names? And if we're divine goddesses, and we're divine goddesses over here. But PSA, I wrote here, the DFs over here might get down for that crown. You heard what I said? We might get down for that crown. Okay? It said DFs don't talk like that or call derogatory names. No, we don't call derogatory names, you know what I mean? But we're going to tell it like it is. We just going to be 100, 1,000. Okay? Straight out the gate with it. All right? I said, this is serious. These people try to unalive, destroy, wreck, squander, grape, pillage, steal, manipulate, lie, scheme, scam, and more. This is what these people have done to the collective. Over and over, mind you. They didn't care what your end was. They didn't care what the collective end was. You understand? When these people was doing what they did to collective, whatever it was, under those categories and more, they didn't care about the outcome. They didn't care how the collective felt. They didn't care about the health of the collective, how they're going to recover. Nothing. It says some of you had children, jobs, homes, lives, commitments with the Most High. You had yourself. And when they finished, it was all supposed to be gone or theirs. This is what the collective was dealing with. These type of notorious characters. These dastardly people, as I always say. And I know I'm getting that word a little mixed, but I'm going to look it up. But I know what I'm talking about. I used to see it all the time in the cartoon. Dastardly characters. Okay? I said a lot of you weren't expecting to make it or even be alive. You wasn't supposed to be alive, collective. You wasn't supposed to be here. You wasn't supposed to make it through that adversity, that 10 of wands, that heavy burden they put on y'all. And when I was about to record this video today, the candle spilled over. So that told me someone's made a mess of love. They've made a mess of a situation, of relationships, and it doesn't always have to be romantic. But that's what it told me when it spilled, collective. Guess what? All the stones and the crystal, nothing got damaged. Nothing. It was just on the wood, and not even the wood got damaged. I wrote, so we get on these vile, demonic, disrespectful people when it's called for. They might be called something compared to what they've called us, collective, once upon a blue moon. That's light work. It's light work. And you know what they gave us? They gave us crazy work. They gave us that crazy work. So we just giving them light work. All right? They will be got on this here channel. Okay? We make lighter situations and we choose to laugh on the lighter side of things as we talk about things. Sometimes there's no other solution other than to talk about things. Examine the situation. A lot of people skip on and didn't do the work. And when they do so, they underestimate these demented, demonic people and later wish they had not. We're keeping all eyes on them, 3D and 5D. We're keeping all eyes on them, visible and invisible, all eyes. I wrote, the divine gods are not forgotten, because someone said, hey, we always talking about the ladies. This is the Divine Goddess Connection. We welcome all to come through, chill, chat, share, listen in. Okay, we welcome everyone. But I wrote, the divine gods are not forgotten. Flip it as it applies. Okay, I said, Yep, here we're the Divine Goddess connection mostly. All right, so that's there. And then I wrote, we are not friends with evil here over at the Divine Goddess Connection. Any of the Divine Goddesses that's coming through, just passing through or staying, chilling, chatting, sharing, commenting, being a part of the energetic family. We're not friends with evil, and we're not friends with evil ways. No way. We go against that. I wrote, people pick and choose what they recognize as evil depending on who it is. And God is no respecter of persons at all, the rich nor the poor. God is no respecter of persons when it comes down to character and matters of intent and content of the heart space. I said, and eventually you will hate one and love the other. That's what the good book preaches. And I said, you already know where we at with that over here at the DGC. Okay? I also wrote, I particularly come, like me, my people, we come from a heritage. What did I wrote? We come from a heritage where our women, divine goddesses, are birthing everybody on the planet. Okay? We're birthing everybody on the planet. But we're the most disrespected, unprotected, and neglected by the words of the famous, the most esteemed, respected Malcolm X. Then I wrote, my teacher always teaches me a nation can rise no higher than the condition of its women. So that's why over here we work on the divine goddesses. Okay? We work on issues and things pertaining to the divine goddesses. Those who are birthing the population. Those who are raising the children. Taking care of the family. Coming up, being the next entrepreneurs, business owners, doctors, lawyers, judges, and more. Teachers, above all. Teachers. I wrote, we're not talking about women who dangle a carrot in front of someone or man because they're going through it. They're getting their karma. They're getting that whiplash, that backlash. We're not talking about that. I was talking with a friend of mine's, and we were discussing, about the behavior and how women act and things like that. Yeah. We are taking accountability over here, and we are checking ourselves, and we're keeping all of our eyes open and checking everything and everyone around us too. I said, but those who are free, this is where we direct in this energy. To those who are free, minding their divine goddess business, they queendom business, but want to know what's going on, who the people or the players are, the plans, the plots, the agendas, the strategies, and the next moves. This is a space where we heal in our own special way. Some choose other ways: yoga, meditation, working out, prayer. Everybody some people like to work, like whatever gives you peace in that space. And over here, I wrote, we will be loving you all and are loving you all in a different way. That is my sphere. Of course, it's usually that 8 minutes. That 8 minutes is build to destroy. You know what I mean? Making decisions. You staying or you leaving. What we doing here? So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. And I will put the timestamp down below for those who want to skip this portion. I should have said that at the beginning. All right. But anyway, let's get into it, collective. So what we got down here? What I say? They out here. They out here. Somebody is feeling like this, acting like this. They've made a mess of your relationship, your communication, your partnership. They've made a mess of things around them with the people they know. They've made a mess with their external karmic relationships. They just made a mess. Look, they're going through it. No sleep. Look like they've been crying. Look like they've been up for days. Possibly doing substances. Okay? Abusive, conniving, and they're unpredictable. They're unhinged, having outbursts, very angry, revengeful. They have a look of revenge in their eyes, like they want to get back, like they're angry, they're upset. They want to hit. They want to fight. Listen, this is what we over here warning about. These types of characters. And trust me, your divine goddess Devi watches much documentaries, excuse me. And if y'all want to know where I got my list from, I told y'all. I had to wreck shop. I had to tell several people about themselves. I had to get on them. I had to tell them some things that they will never, ever forget. Trust me, they won't ever forget your divine goddess Devi. All right? We got vacay, get away, relax, have fun. Soulmate, twin flame, friendship, romantic partner. And then we got cutting ties. Right behind it, masculine energy. Okay? So like I said, for the divine goddesses, we already know what we got here on the table. For the divine gods, flip it as it goes. That would be a psychopathic female with feminine energy. Cutting ties. Okay? So what I do see here is some of you may have taken a vacation with somebody, may have went somewhere with someone, or someone might be wanting to invite you somewhere, but this is who's inviting you, or this is who you went on a vacation with. And you regret that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I would have never did that. Or either you're contemplating, you're trying to decide whether to go somewhere with this person or whether to cut ties. Somebody who parties a lot in the nighttime. Potentially you know, or you may not know. This could be somebody you party with or somebody who's doing it on the side. But right now, there is some contemplation. There's some confusion about which way to go, because I think you're getting the inclination, you're getting the intuitive nudge that is something not being said about this person, something not being told about this person. Like they have two faces, like they're showing you two sides to themselves. You know, this could be somebody you're in connection with or not. Like I said, we have vacay right here. Y'all could have went somewhere with somebody and found out there was an absolute nutcase. Found found out all about them. Pardon. Words jumbled up. Their words jumbled up right now. They want to talk so fast. Don't worry. Just to take your time. Take your time. I'm here. Don't you worry about it. I'm here. They say they burned a bridge with you. That's what they say. I figured that. I told you that candle spilled. They burned a bridge with you. Apparently, they're thinking about you. Okay? They're in some type of dreamy-like, fantasy-like state. They also could be thinking back to when you all went on a vacation. Or could be thinking that's the thing to do. Take you on a vacation. Possibly to get you in their grasp. Okay? As well, for those of you who are not with someone or were not connected with anyone, there could be somebody you do not know that is trying to get close to you. And that is their plan to take you on a vacation, to take you away somewhere. All right? We got some envy right here. Like I said, there's some revenge and envy, jealousy type energy in the air. Lack of trust, disloyal, turned back on. Okay? Resentful, competitive, and discontent. I'm seeing this again. Hopeless, lost, depression, suicide. Suicide. This is how they're feeling since you cut ties, collective. This is the energy they're giving off since you cut ties. Waves of emotion. Wishful thinking about you. Let's shuffle. Let's see what's going on. Because we do get on these people. Okay? They will be got on. Yeah. Out here trying to unalive the collective and do all kind of crazy stuff. And then want to follow and chase and stalk and snoop and sneak. You know? All that. Look. Watch. Paranoid. Somebody acting up. They in their house acting up. They acting up. Their friends are knocking on the door, asking them, where have you been with vacay? Where you been? After you was with, Maria, or after you was with, Tanya, or after you was with, Lacey, or after you was with, Jill, Jen. And they cut them ties? What happened to you, bro? You don't even come out no more to hang out with the crew. What happened to you? And they out doing creepy stuff. Or in their house doing creepy stuff. Looking, watching, snooping. Daydreaming about y'all, collective. This is who we warn against. Don't just go trotting down the street, fa la 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 la. Don't skip off, fa la 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 la. You got to watch these people. They're going through chaos and stuff. They're going through upheaval, drama, karma, endings, loss, mental breakdowns, downfalls, masked up, hiding how they feel, performing in front of the crowd for clowns. Yeah. We just gonna call them what they are. Yeah. Sitting around longing. Somebody sitting around longing to be with y'all with love affair right behind it. Right behind it. Daydreaming again. It's like some type of fantasy thinking. They know they burned a bridge and they envy that, you're gone. Not only that, they're hooked up with somebody, okay, with match in the mouth. They're hooked up, This person be talking major-ish. Trying to clean up my act collective. Keep it a little bit more classy because you already know, like I said, these queens over here, when we get down for the crown, you can get that smoke if you want that smoke. You can get all of it. You hear that siren in the back? You hear that fire truck in the back? Yeah, you get that smoke. We don't bother nobody over here. We just talking about, what we need to talk about over here, right, collective? That's what we doing, right? Masculine or feminine. If you're doing right, like I said, you're doing right. You wouldn't be the one over here feeling like a psychopath, I would suppose. And we do have cross watchers. So they do step through here. I told you they step through. They don't even know what's wrong with them. They come over to get epiphanies. They come over to get information, to check out and see what's going on with us, to see why they drowning in their MF and emotions. Why they drowning. Why they exhausted and tired and worn out and worn down. With all this spell work, why they blocked. Yeah. So like I said, somebody in their house right now, they acting up. They thinking about you. They thinking about that bridge they burned. They thinking about you. That's you. Chilling. Minding your business. All right? Let's get some more. Spirit, tell us about this psychopath that jumped out. See what I'm saying? Look at them. Fed up. They over there about to lose it, collective. They're about to pop their top. On a roller coaster. Night after night. Different partners. One after another. Trying to get that soulmate feeling. Find one. They figure if they go through enough, the lower probability will probably bring another your way. No, collective, they got debts to pay. And they too busy skirting. These are quick fixes. And they're getting epiphanies right now. That's why they're a mess. Crying, smoking, drinking. They were a frenemy to you, and now they're surrounded by frenemies. They were a frenemy. They feel lost. Lost in space. Yeah. Like I said, they thinking about popping up. What y'all see down there? Don't y'all see two-faced? That's reconfirmed. This person is definitely hiding hidden intentions. You see that? Fake friends. Their friends don't even like them. Their friends don't even F with them. They don't. They know they chained to some BS. They know they chained to some chickens and some birds. Okay? Yeah, look at the bird seed. The bird seed went right down there, duck, goose. Yeah. Yeah, they out here doing all kind of stuff. We don't care. Now, y'all do know cuffing season is coming right back around the corner, collective. Oh, yeah. They looking to get the little bird's nest hot again. Yeah? You see what I'm saying? This is the bird's nest. Y'all know what birds do when they make a bird's nest. They not just going to live. Most of the time they getting ready for a little family or something. Yeah, cuffing season. What does it say? Single and ready to mingle. Ready for a relationship. On the hunt. Getting light bulb moments. They getting little epiphanies and shit about how they want to cuff you or cuff somebody to them. But you're their focal point. You're their focal. They having light bulb moments. Yeah, player. Of course. It always is. Recalling you. It always is. With the memories, the missing someone, the reminiscing. It always is. Okay? You can't get no grade A supply out here, collective. What they doing? What they talking about? What grade A supply? Okay? Grade A supply is only found in special places. Nowadays. You got to be very special to get this access. Got to be special, collective. All right? Y'all fuego. Y'all hot like fire, baby. Your chemistry is off the hook. They know it, and others know it as well. Like I said, y'all could have some frenemies around y'all as well. Okay? They don't like how y'all, sway the crowd. Okay? People get along with y'all. When y'all come through, y'all have great chemistry. See what I'm saying? They don't like that. You see that? These karmics? This here psychopath is in some muddy, sticky, dirty waters. They in the swamp, baby. Them swamp waters. Yeah. They used to have a swamp man on Scooby-Doo all the time. He was always coming out the damn swamp. Third party relationship lesson. Numbing. Feeling that pain, feeling that regret. Over that lust. Oh yeah. Over that lust. Greed, bareback, inconsiderate. I'm just spilling the beans a little bit about this psychopath. Singing the blues. Don't know what to do, scared. Heavy emotions. Narcissists are really scared on the inside. They're scared. Some of y'all got a new boo. Some of y'all do. And some of y'all are about to get a lucky break. But don't be surprised if somebody is trying to have a heart-to-heart with you, to get you to go somewhere, to get you to hook up, trying to get you to be their new boo. You understand what I'm saying? Be very, very careful, okay? Because this could be hooking yourself to some karma. You see that? SOS? See? I'm getting the feeling that this person's really going to send you some type of SOS. If they need your help, they need you to come with them. They need you to comfort them. They need to talk to you. They need your advice. They need you some type of way. They're fed up. They don't know what they're going to do. They're losing it. Everything's going from sugar to ish. You know what I'm saying? They're numbing on substances, drinking, can't sleep. No one believes in them. No one trusts them. What are they going to do without you? We're calling you collective. What they going to do without you? We don't know what to tell them. Look, what are they going to do without my boo? What are they going to do? Apparently, y'all might be honeymooning with someone else. Having some good laughs, having some fun, enjoying yourself, enjoying life. All right? Someone's having some problems at home, some financial issues, you know what I mean? Yeah. A lot of people around them are talking and gossiping about what's going on in their house, about their financial issues. Some of them could have had cars repossessed. Some people's houses are defaulted on payments, all types of things. People are out here. It's hot gossip on them, baby, sipping all kind of tea on this clown, on this here psychopath. Yeah, collective, that's who popped out. Yeah, y'all know who it is. Lipstick evidence. Y'all know who it is. Yep. Y'all said bye, Felicia. Y'all know exactly who this is. Okay? So, reading up, we just throwing this reading up for one. And for two, they doing the Google on you. Doing the research, learning more, gaining insight. That's what they do in collective. You got that dirty money, Show them how to room in a room full of vultures. Show them how to move in a room full of vultures. Squad. A lot of black sheep. You already know how that go. And we just clocking these here receipts. Come on, spirit. Tick. Tock. It's time. We stay spiritually woke over here, collective. You already know how we do. That's what we woo-woo. Anything else you want the collective to know before we skate out of here, spirit? You said pull one from the headquarters. Pull a two from the headquarters. Let me see. Eyes green with envy. Okay, there we go. Like I said, people watching. Particular one is watching. That's what they want to do to you. Collective. Somebody's also listening to messages through music. And this is somebody who you ended a contract with, or you're going to end a contract with. Like I said, this psychopath is up all night. Got me playing these love songs. She got me up all night while I'm singing these love songs. Okay? I'm just saying. Somebody in spiritual court right now, collective, and they know it. They know it. Could be in bad health too. Just seen that. Somebody falling. All right, real quick, Spirit. Couple of cards, and we out of here. We out of here. See? So I'm saying? Y'all about to be a power couple, and this is what was supposed to be happening. But not with no psycho. Can't do that with no psycho. Okay? Y'all have graduated past psychos. Okay? We don't pit stop there at all. We don't pit stop there. You're also divinely protected. You've been that way since you've been a child. Against who? See what I'm talking about? See what we talking about, collective? You seen the card pop out. Y'all do know y'all are already spiritually initiated. If you found your way over here to the Divine Goddess Connection, you're spiritually initiated. Okay? Against crabs in a barrel. You are not the same. You are not the same, collective. Okay? I use these ones before a lot, y'all. Okay, let's see. Like I said, God-given talents. Y'all beautiful. I told y'all, a power couple. Y'all could be meeting someone who is your energetic match. Energetic vibrational match. And you're letting your talents shine brightly, collective. You're going to be received. You see this hand? It's a hand up. You're going to be lifted up. You see the crowd below? You're going to be loved, collective, whatever you're doing, whether it's your family, your social circle, you know. You could be online. You could have a platform. You could be an entertainer, a singer. You could just be someone who is a master at your craft, a specialist in your craft. You will be received. It is destined since your birth. You see that? Divine inheritance. This is you, earth angels. This is you, divine goddesses. And I'm just giving you this spiritual message from the spiritual headquarters. None of these karmic, demonic people that we like to get on, that we gonna get on over here, we gonna talk about them till they get gone, and till the messages all is coming out, you know, as clear as clean as possible. We not having it. As a matter of fact, that's that. Just like that. All right, collective. That is the message. That is the tap in. Your divine goddess Davy will be returning with more messages. And yeah, we got an arrogant a bastard out here. We got one arrogant one out here. But don't worry. We got them. We gonna lace them up. We gonna lace them up. Look. With all their devil energy. Okay? What I told y'all. We don't go on the side of evil, but we know what to do with our dark side now. Okay? We got a lot of duality going on, collective. Alright? We're gonna find out what is going on. All right, collective. That is the tap in. Stay blessed as long as you exist, and I will see you on the next one.